Good morning, student. Today we are going to start for learning the remaining part of the lesson 11. Now, microorganisms are of two types: useful microorganisms and harmful microorganisms. Now, we will start from first useful microorganism. Now, they are helping for making the dung. They decompose the garbage to obtain the good material, and that get converted very soon into a good manure, which having the best quality and keeping our surrounding clean. In case of garbage, proper proportion of sewage disposal, microbes are released into the sewage so as help to quick decompositions of organic compounds which are present in it. The microorganisms which are present in the root nodules of leguminous plants converted atmospheric nitrogen into its compound also. These nitrogenous compound help to increase the soil fertility and thereby the protein content of the pulses grown in that soil. Pulses your chana, dal, matki, tur, moog, these all pulses are rich into the proteins. Now, what does your mother do to make the yogurt from milk? As you know that few drops of yogurt or buttermilk are mixed with the milk. Milk should be little warm and it is kept at the temperature for 8 to 10 hours. Microbes which are present in the drop of yogurt quickly help to convert milk into the yogurt, and this process we know that it is called as an fermentation. Microbes are very useful for preparing milk products. Now, milk to yogurt as well as butter, buttermilk, cheese, paneer. Here, which microbes are helping? Here, milk to yogurt, lactobacilli bacteria is helping to convert the milk into the yogurt. Now, then what is mean by fermentation? Fermentation is nothing but it is a chemical process of conversion of one type of carbon compound into another type of carbon compound by the actions of microorganism is called fermentation. And during this fermentation process, heat is generated and carbon dioxide gas and some other gases also are getting released. These gases cause an increase in the volume. For example, bread, dough and idli batter. Have you saw idli batter when your mother is cooking idli? Yes. Here it is made up from rice, rice and urad dal. The process of fermentation is used for making yogurt from milk. It is useful for producing the alcohol from the grains and fruits, bread from flour, as well as in the production of acetic acid, citric acid, lactic acid, vitamins and antibiotics. There are various uses of these microbes in the process of fermentation, and these all are our useful uses. Okay, did you understand? Now, if the microbes are allowed to grow in the batter, dough, fruit juices, they help to break down these substances, producing a new compound. As they grow and multiply themselves, the microbial process is used in this way in the various types of production in a common foodstuff. Then who discovered this process of fermentation? Louis Pasteur established that fermentation is initiated by living organism. It involves the yeast microbes breaking down of molecules of complex carbohydrates into simple sugar, alcohol and carbon dioxide. Do you know, children? Here microbes are useful when you are not feeling well. When you are ill, the doctor prescribes capsules or injections of medicine like penicillin. Now, this type of medicine destroy the pathogens and retarded their growth. They are called antibiotics. Antibiotics are produced with the help of specific microbes. Diseases like tuberculosis, typhoid, cholera, which were previously considered as incurable, have now come under the control because of antibiotics. Domestic animal too can be protected from these various diseases by the mixing of antibiotics with their food. Now, plant diseases also can be controlled with the help of antibiotics. Though antibiotics are useful for curing certain diseases, they can be harm if they use without consulting a physician. Hence, in course of antibiotic should be completed strictly by following the doctor's prescription. In fact, we should not take any medicine on our own to treat ailment like body ache, headache, common cold. Did you understand? Now, why are the infants vaccinated according to the fixed time of schedule? As you know that vaccination is done to protect the child against the diseases, and you know that babies are vaccinated against the diseases according to the true schedule. Now, here you have to know that what is a vaccine. Here, a vaccine is produced in a laboratory with the help of microbes that give us immunity against the particular diseases. Vaccine is actually a live microorganism which is a weak. When it is injected in person in small amount, antibodies are produced, and this increases our resistance power against the diseases produced by that microorganism. So, the possibility of contracting that diseases is greatly reduced. A vaccine is produced in the laboratory with the help of microbes. Did you understand? Now, nowadays, you know that in surrounding situation is not good due to the COVID-19. Everywhere there is a fear. The people were very disturbed in our surrounding. There is a fear that everybody is fear about that disease, that is COVID-19. But here earlier you will get vaccinated. Now vaccine will earlier will come and it will be cure you. Don't worry. Microbes are also used in the processing like tanning of the skin, production of ropes, string from the give. Some microbes use oil for their growth. Some microbes are used to clear a layer of oil which is floating on the surface of oceans, lakes. Here, from waste, human urine and feces get wet garbage. It is collected and used in a biogas plant to produce the biogas and fertilizers. Did you understand? These all are the useful microorganisms. Now, second, harmful microorganisms. What happened to the sweetmeat or bread forgotten in the lunch box for 2 or 3 days more? You know that if you forgotten to remove the bread from your tiffin, immediately the fungi start to grow on your chapati, bread or butter. Did you know? If jaggery, pickles, jam, muramba are opened after a long time, a round layer of white scum or black particles may start appearing and form on the surface. In the summer, milk and meat immediately start getting spoiled quickly. Why? The fungus, which is a type of microorganism, start growing quickly on the moist and stale food. In this way, you should have to know that avoid eating stale food, which is not good for our health. Now, food poisoning. As a result, if you use foodstuff for their own nutrition, some microbes release a toxic material. Means your stale food if you try to have it. Otherwise, you have to check the expiry date from the food packages, because here the microorganisms start releasing toxic material on them, and such toxins spoil the food. Eating such spoiled food can cause loose motion, vomiting, and various types of diseases also. That's why always remember, eat fresh and properly covered food, drink boiled water, hold a handkerchief over your mouth and nose when you have a cough or you sneeze. Don't allow garbage and water to accumulate around your house also. Now, pathogens. Pathogens means what? See that disease producing microorganisms. Pathogens may be present in water bodies contaminated with the sewage and dirt from the surrounding, in food left uncovered, in unhygienic condition with the housefly sitting on it. If such contaminated food or water is you drink or you have it, you may fall ill with the diseases of alimentary canal like amoebiasis, typhoid, cholera, hepatitis, gastro. Pathogens are released in the air when a person is having infection of a respiratory tract, sneeze or cough. A healthy person may get infected with such pathogens on breathing in the same air and contract the diseases like common cold, cough, diphtheria, pneumonia, tuberculosis. In this way, mosquito also reproduce in the place like heaps of garbage, drains, stagnant water. Microbes that cause the diseases like malaria, dengue, elephantitis, yellow fever, chikungunya, Zika fever, all enter in human body through the bite of a female mosquito. Did you know that name of mosquito? Yes, that is a female Anopheles mosquito, which bring the such type of diseases. That's why Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, almost 80% of diseases occur due to the uncleanliness. Keeping our surrounding clean, avoiding litter and disposing the garbage properly, avoiding the disinfection in the open are some easy way to stop it to spread of diseases. The Swachh Bharat Abhiyan is a national movement started several years ago to increase the awareness about public hygiene along with the habits of personal hygiene. Means not only surrounding hygiene, but you should be aware about your personal hygiene also. Let us participate in such a movement and starting a cleanliness drive in our school and in our neighborhood also. Now make sure and check always time to time your water tank. See that is it clean, is it covered. Always see that your toilets water tank should be clean, as well as you should have to see that why what exactly happen when we have a fever. Do you know the body temperature of healthy person being is about 37 degrees Celsius. If microorganisms enter in our body, our immune system start acting, the body temperature start to be rises, and this destroy the microorganisms. The site of injury start feeling warm, and the same reason you will start or you will have the fever. Now that's why you should have to take care of your health and see that your surrounding should be remain always clean. Now there are few questions asked here. Can you tell What happens if the clothes remain damp in a rainy season? As per you know that if the clothes not dry properly, what will happen? Your fungi start during the rainy season. The atmosphere is the amount of humidity is very high, and here microorganisms got such a favorable condition for the growth, and fungi start to be grown on the clothes, white cotton like they are seeing. And here that's why you should see that clothes remain damp during rainy season. The fungi immediately start to grow on that. What are the black or white spot sometimes are seen on gunny bags? Here these small spots are nothing but the growth of many microbes such as fungi, mucus, mold. Why the leather articles like purses, wallet, belt, footwear always polish before storing? You should have known that if you polish them to protect from the growth of fungus. Polish creates a layer of wax on so that moisture cannot enter. It prevents the growth of fungus which damage the leather articles. Now, what is the powdery material found on the old currency notes or old rubber or paper? See that all powdery material is nothing but fungi. All material like gunny bag, cotton clothes, paper, rubber, plant products, leather is an animal product. In a humid atmosphere, fungi and some microorganisms start growing on such articles and start spoiling them or damaging them. That's why you should take care of these all things. Did you understand what would we had learned today? We had learned useful microorganisms, harmful microorganisms, as well as pathogens which carry the diseases. Is that clear?